Things that Sigma males hate more than anything else. The Sigma male is an example of independence and inner strength. He is the sibling of the alpha male who is more focused on himself. He is willing to give up the social hierarchy to focus on inner strength instead of relying on outside validation and approval. He is very independent and free, and he prefers to live his life on his terms. But we're not here to talk about what the Sigma male is, we're here to talk about what he can't stand. So, let's talk about the 9 things that the Sigma male hates the most. Talking all the time. Sigma males hate pointless, non-stop talking or talking just to talk. Therefore they tend to keep to themselves and try to avoid getting caught up in a big group conversation. If the Sigma is forced to talk, he probably won't be the most talkative person in the group. He might not say much at all. He is known for being a great listener, but he doesn't like to talk unless he has something valuable to add to the conversation or feels like he knows enough about the subject to participate. He knows that silence is golden and talk is cheap, and that when someone is talking about nothing in particular, they are more likely to say something stupid or embarrass themselves or others, and that's not the Sigma male way. The public eye. As a loner who doesn't need other people's approval to feel good about himself and his life, he doesn't feel the need to show off or do things to get attention. So, he hates people who want to be the center of attention because he thinks it's fake and shallow, and he hates both of those things. The Sigma male does well in life and love without trying to be the center of attention or feeling the need to brag or gloat. But don't be fooled. Even though the Sigma male doesn't need to be around other people and doesn't need their approval or validation, that doesn't mean he doesn't like being around other people. He loves hanging out with his friends just as much as the next guy. Going with the flow. Sigma males hate being shallow and superficial, so it's no surprise that he doesn't follow the latest fashions or trends. He doesn't follow the crowd, fight to get the newest gadget, or spend a lot of money on a pair of trainers that he could get for a third of the price if they didn't have a brand name. He just doesn't get it, and he can't for the life of him figure out why other people care so much about material things and following trends. He thinks many more important things in life feed a person, and the latest fashions or trends that everyone seems to be following are not one of them. So, it shouldn't be a surprise that the Sigma male isn't likely to spend a lot of time on social media. If he does use it, it's usually only to communicate with other people. So, he probably won't even know about the latest trends, which is just how he likes it. Following the rules. The Sigma male is a nonconformist, which means that most of the time he doesn't follow the rules. This doesn't mean he does anything illegal, it just means that he hates rules and is forced to follow them, so he will only follow the rules if he has to. He is a rebel who doesn't do what everyone else does. He goes his way and isn't afraid to take calculated risks to stay true to himself. He doesn't like the idea of having to answer to anyone but himself. Because of this, many Sigma males are self-employed, especially since they value freedom and peace. Not only do they hate being told what to do and feeling like they have to do what someone else says, but they are also great at managing their own time and getting things done. The idea of being micromanaged by someone above them makes them not want to work for anyone else at all. This doesn't mean that the Sigma male will always disagree with an authority figure. He may agree with them a lot of the time. However, when he does, it's because he's thought about it on his own and decided that a certain decision or rule made by an authority figure is good for whatever reason. Standards and expectations in society. The nonconformist Sigma male wouldn't have a reason to dislike rules and authority if he didn't also dislike following the standards and expectations set by society and the social hierarchy. The Sigma male hates all of these expectations, and you can bet your life that he won't meet them unless he agrees with some of them. He is on the outside of this social structure, so he can see the unhappiness that many people have to deal with because their lives are set by other people and the expectations that our society has set and then forced on us. He won't be a part of that, and he'll keep living his life in a way that's true to himself, his beliefs, and his values, even if it makes some people upset. If someone has a problem with how he lives his life, that's their problem, not his, says the Sigma male. Those who stay the same. The Sigma male is all about consistent personal growth, whether that's physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, or a mix of all four. Every day is a new chance to try to be a better version of himself. Every day, he makes small changes to get better and takes steps to make sure that he has changed in some way by the next day. For the Sigma male, this is what life is all about, taking each day as it comes but making sure he is always growing and changing for the better. So, he doesn't hate people who don't act like him or have the same goals and values, but he does hate the idea of people close to him stagnating and living in a way that doesn't help them or make their lives better. He wants the people he cares about to live their lives to the fullest and make the most of each day by trying to get better, just like he does. He knows this works because he's living proof. Conflict. Sigma males are known for not getting into fights because they hate them so much. Drama, arguments, and tension are like poison to a sensitive Sigma, and he thinks they're a waste of time. The Sigma male would rather cut his losses and leave without a fight than get involved in a fight. He would rather spend his time and energy on something that will make his own life better than on something that will make someone else happy. Even so, most Sigma males know that conflict can sometimes be a faster way to solve a problem, so if it's necessary, they won't mind getting into a fight and killing their opponent if they think it's necessary and reasonable. However, they don't do this to brag about their victory and show who's in charge, they just see it as a means to an end. If the Sigma male does decide to get into a fight, he will say what he wants to say clearly, calmly, and without violence or threats. Most of the time, the Sigma male can diffuse tense situations or moments of conflict because he is calm and logical. This is the ultimate win for the Sigma male when he is forced into conflict. Not getting enough time alone. The Sigma male is known for being introverted and thinking a lot about himself. This means, of course, that he does best by himself and needs time alone to feel re-energized and keep his happiness levels high. The Sigma male enjoys being alone and uses this time to improve his health, whether it's physical, emotional, or mental. He will make the most of the time he has to himself by working out, meditating, working on personal projects, or just doing things that make his life better and will help him in the future. He will also make sure to get enough sleep since his busy, healthy lifestyle requires it, and he knows how important sleep is for his overall health. He gives his mental and physical health a lot of attention because he knows how they are connected and how many good things they can do for him. His fridge will probably be full of healthy food, and he will work out regularly to stay in shape. Some people might think he is self-centered and selfish because he cares so much about his health, but that doesn't bother the Sigma male at all. He knows what's best for him, and no one can stop him from taking care of himself and getting better. Conversations that never end. We all know how important it is for the Sigma to have time alone. Without this, he gets worn out and unhappy. So it shouldn't be a surprise that the Sigma male hates social interactions that seem to never end. When he can't get away from a social situation where he has to talk to people for hours on end, he can start to withdraw as he gets more and more tired. This makes him feel unhappy. The Sigma male doesn't socialize just for fun or to avoid being alone. He does it for a reason, either because he has to or because it helps him reach his own goals. But once the Sigma male has done what he needs to do with other people, he is ready to be alone again. And if for some reason that's not possible and he has to interact with people all the time, well, that's something he can't stand.